Okay, here we are in section 5.2. Let's get into something a little more interesting and back to geometry a little bit. Um, and this is going to help define the next few sections. And it's important that we get our arms around what it means for two polygons or three polygons, for that matter, or more, to be similar. And we're going to start again out with just polygons. We will later focus mostly on triangles, but for now let's start with polygons. And here's the definition. Two polygons are similar if, right, two things have to be true. Their corresponding angles are congruent and their corresponding sides are proportional. So now it's a little bit more obvious as to why we needed to talk about ratios and proportions before we got into similar figures. And in this case, I've drawn two quadrilaterals, right, that are actually pretty movable. I made them very movable. And in no way do they actually look similar right now. But if I tried to make them look similar, I could do that. Now, let me say from the outset that the lengths and the degree measures that you see here, and you can certainly play with these pictures later on yourselves, I have rounded the numbers a little bit just to keep the picture clean. So for instance, you'll not see a 5.18 as a distance down here. You'll see it as 5 and then it magically turns to 4. That's just because it became a little distracting, but really we should think about accurately representing lengths and vertices. So anyway, so let's see, I'm going to try to take this brown and match it as a similar figure to the purple, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is try to make angle A be 123 degrees, right? So maybe there it is. Oh, and look, I've got 8 and 4, so I've already got something that's twice. So now I'm going to come down here and move, I think this is C, and I'm going to match, look up at D. I need D to be like 90, let's see, 92 degrees, and I need, ooh, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get that to be, let's see, I could come up a little bit here. I'm trying to make that to be 14. I needed 124, 123. I need this angle to be still 92 and 14. I need this angle over here to be 80 and 16. So I gotta, so let's see if I can pull that to 80, 16. I'm getting there. 80. I need the other side to be about 10. I have to go off the screen a little bit. And I need this one to come down a tiny bit to 123, 100. So you can see the difficulty here, that there's to actually make it exactly 92, 123, 65, 80. And I would, let's see, I'm getting pretty close. So I haven't done it exactly. I haven't made it twice as big. Maybe I could have made the scale factor not 2 times 4 and 2 times 7 and 2 times 8, but I could have, let's say, multiplied it by 1.5. So I could have made this side be 6, right? 4 times 1.5 is 6. 7 times 1.5 is 10.5, let's say. And that could have come up here. 8 times 1.5 is 12. 5 times 1.5 is more like 7.5. So again, these two figures are getting close to being similar because I've got scale factor, right? I had to do two things. I had to make sure that the corresponding angles are congruent, right? And I have to make sure that the sides are proportional. And if I can do that, then I've got similar figures.